If it turns out to be like just you, I'm going to be very entertained. Yes, this is recorded and like all of that. So like no one's saying any like particularly bad story time. Exactly. Yes. Absolutely, we are definitely here. Yeah, no, this is fine. It's one of those things where like I knew that this was going to be a challenging time slot to be able to have. Yeah.
What's happening?
It's us.
What am I missing?
No, it's us.
I think just like, I don't know, post-lunch, like, dip in enthusiasm.
To be fair, this is a hallway track session that happens to have a room.
True.
Goldie's here.
Yes, we have a gopher here. It's lovely. Here's what I will do. We can do like, we're 5 minutes past like our rough story time, start time. I'll give it another like 10 minutes or so of being actually mic'd, and we can tell stories about like what we think the maintainers should be. You should all be here, clearly.
This is hilarious, actually, and maybe we can talk about how no one's here.
No, and realistically, I think like this is a point of, we have, what, 1,200 people here? Did we actually hit 1,200?
12,000.
12,000, yes, okay. Yeah, 12,000, that big number up there. And there are so many things that are going on and so many people actually want to be able to come and talk to each other that actually carving out time for like a real room is, in fact, more challenging than you might expect. I also didn't...
Also, I suspect that the Meet the Maintainers track
Correct.
probably keeps a lot of them in...
Yes. Yeah, and actually, I really like what we've been able to do with like the project pavilion this time, because like everybody has like a space. They know exactly where to go to be able to ask questions about like, well, I want to know about Rook, and I want to know about Helm, and I want to know about like these things. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the signage actually say which projects are in there.
Oh, I see.
Right, like just so like the sponsor map and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like, and my argument against that was, as soon as we actually print out a sign, it's going to be wrong. Yeah, that's fine. It's one of those things where like we are growing and changing and doing all of that. I'm basically taking 10 minutes on the mic, seeing who else shows in, and then happily like letting you all free. Other things you want to talk about? Other than like no one is here, which is a great topic. This is the Maintainers BOF session. This is the Birds of a Feather session, which is a little weird to be able to have it recorded, but everything is totally fine.
Yeah, because I think I remember Yuri Shkurl from Jaeger. He was the one who I think who I talked to, and he's like, "Yeah, I feel like there aren't really avenues and channels where the maintainers can talk to each other." Which I think like this was sort of meant to be a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe in future we can try for like an after hours event or something.
Yeah, a couple different things around being able to actually like do like having it be like in frankly publicizing it more, because we didn't do a great job of being able to say like hey on the Twitters, hey, we're going to do a thing, and being able to say explicitly what the space is for is being able to say, have the maintainers talk to each other about things that they're excited about, problems that they're having, challenges. I mean, like, I think we all know that like service desk is a good idea and also challenging. That kind of stuff.
Is it like when you say service desk is challenging?
It is
Challenging like above and beyond the demands that maintainers make of us.
Oh no, it's not even that. It's more about like some of the challenges that we're seeing as far as like the projects go is like, for whatever reason, like maintainers lose access. Like they logged in on one account and now it's not there anymore, and that happens like, right? It's like this is like, and it's one of those like, oh, this is challenging beyond what would be like a normal service desk challenge. Like, but that's stuff we already know about, and we can talk with other maintainers about it. Yes.
Is the service desk what helps you when your CLA is broken?
No, the CLA. Yes, there are two service desks. The conversation is like the CLA service desk is actually over on the Linux Foundation side, and that actually, if I remember correctly, comes through legal. So, things we have to look forward to.
Well, it depends which kind of request, I suppose.
Yes, it depends on the kind of request.
It's a technical issue with CLA, so it will not come to legal, but it will come to the product.
Correct. Yeah. It's being able to like track requests and being able to put them in like the various different buckets. Also, another challenge that is not really well articulated to maintainers about like, hey, if you file one ticket, we will find the right bucket for it. Like you don't have to worry about like but I did it wrong. Like no, we're gonna take care of it.
We don't have some huge flow of tickets.
No, no, it's not like.
I support companies, so we just have like a few tickets with the
Yeah, the low volume is actually working in our favor here, but that also means that maybe we're not hearing some of the pieces that like need to be heard because a lot of times when I get one of the emails that says, "Hey, I can't get into service desk," I'm like, "There's a reason you were trying to get into it. What was it?" And then it turns into like another boondoggle from there of like, "Oh, you needed that, and you needed that other thing."
Well, one of the things that I think, and you and I have sort of talked about this a bit, like in China, like one of the things that we don't do is, I think maintainers are often unaware like what they even can or maybe should ask for.
Yes.
Like, and you know, I will occasionally, you know, I'll run into, you know, one of the maintainers of, you know, Project X will be like, so like, you feel like CNCF is doing everything you want it to? Is like this okay? Is this okay? And they're like, well, actually, now that you mention, really, like, I can get, you know, I can get like free CI/CD credit, help, whatever for you. And I'm like, yeah.
So part of what I wanted to be able to look at was, are our offerings on that service desk page actually meeting everyone's needs? There's like, it's pretty marketing heavy, and we don't talk about like the other pieces of being able to say, hey, I have tooling for you, or I have like website help that isn't your normal website help. I have like other pieces around like documentation that we can do for you. Like, and we ask about this in like the surveys that came out about like are your non-tooling needs being met? And everyone's like, I guess so, I think. Yeah, like I guess so. Without being able to actually really dig down into what would you want and why.
But
Yeah, you were.
yeah, but if you actually check out the historical data from surveys.
Oh yeah.
Before, so I would say that we are doing.
Which we all have open sourced. We have open sourced all of our surveys.
So we are doing way better this year, for example.
Okay.
Previous year or 2 years.
So we're seeing some improvement in here, but we're also not, I don't feel like we're connecting as like directly with all of the projects as we could be.
Should I maybe rekindle, so you remember a while back, I started putting together a Google Doc, which I kind of abandoned, where I was attempting to begin to codify, like what specifically we offer to projects in like specific, you know, tiers, for lack of a better word. Do you all think that that would be a worthwhile effort?
Yes, I believe it would be worthwhile to be able to actually like write down more of what we think we can do, with the side of being able to say, as part of that, here's what else we can expand into. Like you must be this tall to ride is not necessarily where I'm going for. I'm going for more like you're coming in at a project at this level, here's what we can give you as far as like, one of the things that I'm seeing right now is governance. We're doing a terrible job of being able to help projects with their governance, even though we're making it a requirement of being able to say, you must have like a neutral government document written down in order to graduate, and like that this must be a thing. And then we just kind of point them at like, here's others, there's old ones, rather than like actually having the time.
Like we had with some projects recently.
Right.
Just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's really common right now to be able to say that like, we want you to have a thing, but we're not going to provide you any other guidance other than like, have the thing, like check a box. And that's not exactly where we want to go. So I would like, that was my boondoggle around like yes, we should write some of this stuff down for what we can do.
Yeah, and especially clarify the things that we guarantee, that we like.
What's our
certify,
floor?
And the things that are like on a best effort basis. So like, CI/CD on like certain lesson platforms, like we absolutely provide. But if you need some like super special thing, then you're kind of on your own.
Yeah, and being able to draw the lines between what are things that we know are absolutely in our competencies, and what are kind of like, I'll give them my best shot, and we'll kind of like, we'll review it, but here's your backup.
we also have some differences in what can be offered to the projects based on the graduated level.
Sure, And that's totally appropriate about like the here's what I can give you as far as like an incubating project. For example, like I get people who want to be able to come by and actually like, hey, I want stickers, and I'm like, how about we work on getting you to graduate? Yeah, yeah. Like let's get you up towards like incubating. Yes, Taylor. Oh, totally. This is absolutely going to land on my desk, and like I'm surprised it. Hey, Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. Yeah. Oh no, I absolutely. Yeah, part of my goals was being able to actually build in, like, as part of like what our annual review cycle should be or could be, it will include pieces like this, which I know doesn't make a lot of sense for like the actual Kubernetes stuff, but for people who are like, Longhorn, we just got here, what are we doing in here? Like, that would be super valuable as far as like, here's what you can expect at every step of the way.
Oh, I talked to Shane today. That guy gets it.
You're on it, you're on it. Yes. I want to somehow be able to actually indicate what's in the scope for like here's the realm of things that you can ask for without explicitly calling out like that other thing would be out of scope. So we're going to need some help on figuring out what our resources actually are. Because we're always going to get like hey, that one-off request, and hey, that other thing, and being able to decide like on a case-by-case basis what's in scope and what's like, that's more than we can do, here's this other thing that we should do instead.
Well, we should beat ourselves up, though, because I think we provide like way more than other open source orgs, especially under CNCF. Like we provide, like in comparison with other things like Apache Foundation, for example.
Oh.
We provide so
Absolutely. We like I'm very delighted that we are doing a lot of good things.
Yes.
We can do more things.
Well, yeah, we do more things. I just mean
Yes.
credit
Credit where credit is due.
and that is to us.
And with that, I will actually end the recorded portion of this. Good to see you all. Till next time.